Welcome to the Lexus Western area. For the very first time, we have the RX 350L. Increasing a brand new segment. This is the RXL, and we are Lexus. Have you been asking yourself, how could we possibly make the best-selling luxury SUV since its inception more improved, even better? Well, I'm happy to say, as I'm smiling, 2 years ago, we introduced a brand new generation of this vehicle, and I must say, we've set out to do exactly what we wanted to do. We've made the best even better. One of the major focuses of this RXL was to make sure it didn't feel heavy in the rear or feel like a very large vehicle to drive around. One way in doing that was to make sure we kept the wheelbase the same, but increase the overhang behind the rear wheel a good 4.2 inches. This has resulted in near perfection. And we would even challenge all of you to try and detect a difference in drivability, in comfort, and responsiveness. To date, we haven't been able to detect any differences whatsoever. And we're willing to bet neither will you. Now, still keeping with the theme of having a V6 gas model and also a hybrid, we've increased the size of the RX over 4 inches from its predecessor, the primary SUV, the RX 350. You ever wondered from across the lot, is this an RX 350? Is that an RX 350L? Well, I'll give you 3 hints. There's 3 aesthetic differences between the RX 350 and the longer version as shown here. One is going to be the rear windshield wiper physically on the rear windshield. That means you have an L. The second will be this satin finish, lower valence, all the way across the lower bumper. And the third will be a single exhaust pipe down below shown here.
So what do the third row passengers receive different from competitors? For starters, we give them their own first class cabin by equipping them with a third zone of climate control with vents above and below. They control their temperature in the stadium seating set with 2 more dedicated cup holders added for those cups and water bottles. Also standard are power folding third row of seats. Sure, the competition may have a third row, but they dare not offer power folding third row complimentary for their clients. Lexus guests prefer not to fumble with manually operated third row of seats, much less be asked to pay an additional cost. Don't worry though, you still receive that tucked away tonneau cover that you don't have to worry about losing.
Now, how about a did you know moment? Did you know Lexus Safety System Plus is standard on this RX in all of our 2018 Lexus models, except just one. Now, in this moment, let's talk about dynamic radar cruise control, intelligent high beam. We have pre-collision with pedestrian alert and lane departure alert. All of those at no cost, which will cost you thousands if you go anywhere else, but with Lexus is complimentary. In addition to that, roadside assistance, unheard of. 10 years roadside assistance for this model right here. And for the RXL versus the standard size, it's a mere $3,000 more. But think about this. If you were to lease the car for approximately 3 years, that would only come down to $2.70 per day. And better yet, buy the car outright. And in a 5-year period, it's $1.60 per day. Imagine the luxury that will encapsulate you. So by you sitting in the seat right here and me providing you with the keys, you can find out what it means to be a smart owner. If that doesn't make sense, then this will. JD Power and Associates voted us #1 initial quality study, voted us #1 vehicle dependability study, and voted us #1 with the lowest cost of ownership over a 5-year period. Now that rounds up our segment here on the extended version of the best-selling RX 350. This is the RXL, and we